Hey, it's your favorite Slightly Hood therapist, and I'm back for part two of The Cheated and the Cheater. Yeah, I had to take a little break, get a little sippy sip. Your girl got triggered. I'm kidding. Wasn't triggered, but definitely want you guys to understand where I'm coming from when I'm talking about these things. And honestly, I had to take a break because I ain't that huge on YouTube yet and they won't let me post no real long videos, so I got to break my stuff up. So here we go, part two. All right. So in the last video, we talked specifically about the person that's being cheated on and what that healing process looks like, or what it should look like. What I didn't mention is that everything starts in the mind and everything starts individually. So the person who's been cheated on, they have to work on themselves. They have to heal for themselves first and then ask what do they need from their partner in order to heal the relationship. What they cannot do is continue to punish that person forever and stay in that relationship and not get any real healing. And don't go talking to your friends and your family who want to tell you how you should feel and tell you what you should do, especially if you ain't ready to take their advice. Don't do that. We talked about that last week when we talked about keeping folks out of your business. This is one time to keep people out of your business. This is for you and your partner to work out. But let's talk about the cheater, right? So, like I said, it starts in the mind. Way before there was any type of physical interaction, way before there were any phone calls, text messages, snaps, or whatever they were doing, it started up here. This person was not satisfied within themselves. They ain't gonna want to hear that. They not gonna want to hear that. But it's the truth. You're not satisfied within yourself. And so you look outward to be satisfied. And you look to your partner to do that. And when your partner doesn't meet your needs, then you go and seek someone else outside of your partnership to get your needs met. So, what do you think I'm going to say? In order for the person who is cheated to make amends, to get things right, they have to start with themselves as well. They got to be honest with themselves about why they did what they did. And then they got to be honest with their partners about why they did what they did. Now, partners, hear me out. When your partner who cheated on you comes to you with honesty, you're going to have to take that honesty. You can't dictate why they did what they did. You're going to have to take whatever it is that they're saying and accept it as a truth. You don't have to like it. You might not agree with it. But if a person is telling you the truth, then you got to learn how to swallow that truth, especially if you're deciding to stay in this relationship. But you guys are also probably thinking like, okay, well, I stayed in a relationship, and when I want to talk about what happened, they don't ever want to talk about it. If you come into them with the type of energy I just came when I just explained that, no, they don't want to talk about it because they are nervous. They are anxious. They don't want to get into another fight about this mistake that they made. I say mistake, but we're going to be real here. It's not a mistake. It was a choice. And most of the time, almost all the time, I'm going to just go out there and jump in that water and say all the time, it was a series of bad decisions and choices. It wasn't a mistake. You didn't slip and fall and end up on top of somebody and didn't know how to get off. That didn't happen. It started up here, and then you made actions, okay? But I'm going off on a tangent. When you talk to your partner about what they did to you and they get defensive and they get angry, it's because they're having a hard time dealing with the underlying emotions of being embarrassed, being disappointed in themselves, of not really wanting to see the pain that they inflicted on you. Because don't misunderstand, they're not out here cheating and thinking about how painful it's going to be when you find out. Nobody's thinking about getting caught. That's the last thing on their mind. They ain't trying to get caught. So when they do get caught and they see the pain that they cause, it's a hard thing to face. And it's hard to look at yourself in the mirror after that. But the point is, If you, as the cheater, decide to stay in the relationship, you go back and check out video 1. You're going to have to understand that the person that you hurt is going to be triggered often. And hopefully they're seeing somebody and they're learning how to deal with being triggered on their own first, but they still are going to look to you for reassurance. They're going to look to you for emotional safety and security, the things that they thought that they had in a relationship that was ripped away from them when they found out about the infidelity. Partnerships, relationships, marriages can survive infidelity. I promise you they can. But you got to do it in a healthy way. And you have to understand that sometimes getting somebody who is not emotionally connected to you, not sometimes, all the time. When you go and talk to a therapist, you are talking to somebody who's not emotionally invested in this. And so they're going to be able to see things in a more objective way. You can still talk to your friends and family to some degree for some support, but don't go talking to people that's making things more difficult for you. Don't go talking to somebody that's telling you you need to leave your partner because this, that, and the third. And if it's not something that you are really ready to do. Now, all of that being said, I'm talking about relationships where, something it went wrong and infidelity happened, and the person who caused the infidelity is genuinely sorry for what they did and they want to make it right, and you want to stay in this relationship. I am not talking to you people who are in relationships and you constantly doing the same thing. If the person keeps cheating on you, whether you a man or a woman and your partner is a male or a woman, if they keep violating your trust and breaking your emotional security, you staying in that relationship, I don't know what you want. We teach people how to treat us by our behaviors. And when you stay after someone repeatedly violates you with no remorse, or fake remorse that lasts 24 hours with gifts and then they go back and do it again, that's something else. I'm talking about bad choices were made. I'm sorry for what I did. I might have initially been sorry for what I did because I was sorry that I got caught. But I'm sorry. And I want to stay with you and I want to make it right. And I want to stay with you. And I want to give you the opportunity to make it right. And I want to work this out. You all are who I'm talking to. Relationships can survive infidelity, but you got to do it in the right way, the healthiest way. So, happy Monday.